Good afternoon, folks, and here we are on a bright, sunny day in Connemara. As you can hear, the sun rays are bouncing off the car. It's a hard life. But I just want to address something that's been with me for a long time. It's probably been with me most of my life, but it's definitely taken over my life since 2015 when I went to Russia and Mongolia. Ever since then I've had this itchy feet feeling, wanderlust almost, and it's taken over everything. So since 2015, when I went to Mongolia, I've had this wanderlust. It's been very hard to control it. So I'll just turn those wipers off. 3, 2, 1. Ever since 2015, when I went to Mongolia, I've suffered with a bit of a wanderlust. It's been hard to describe, it's hard to figure out what's going on, and of course do one. So since I returned from Russia in 2018, I've been looking for something that will keep me occupied, keep my mind busy, and just give me a reason, not a reason to live, because I have children whom I adore. I have grandchildren whom I adore. I have plenty of reason to live. But I'm lacking something inside. And that's where things have started to make a change recently. So I won't deny the fact that I've been considering travelling. As many of you know, I started sailing. I really enjoy it. It's something I hope to continue to do, but it also isn't the end goal. The end goal for me is to be completely self-sufficient, to be self-reliant. I don't want to become a green hippie hanging around in trees and protesting this route and that route and this cable and that cable. That's not what I want. That's not me. But what I want to do is do something that is different, something that gives me a sense of my own satisfaction. And I've been working towards that aim without realising it. Or maybe in the back of my mind I didn't realise it, who knows? And of course, recently, as some of you will know, I've been developing an interest in green energy, renewable energy. I have a small solar setup that runs a few things in the house, not enough for me to turn the mains off. I need to probably invest in a small wind turbine for that. But I have started looking at things like this. And of course, because of this, I was looking around and, talking to people I know and just generally checking things out. And I've come to the realisation that all of this is okay. So as we drive here through Meadowfrag, I came to the realisation that it's alright doing all of this at the house. The problem is I can't live there forever. And any house that I rent, any house that I would get through the council or through a housing association, still has the same restrictions. It's not what I want to do. It's not something I've actively sought. And therefore, I've been looking around, as I say, and I've come to realise that I want to move. And I'm not going to go off half-baked like I did in 2018. This has been thought about over the last few months. The idea started forming at the beginning of the year, and whilst I didn't have a destination in mind, I had 2 or 3 possibles, and I've now narrowed it down to one probable. So the decision has been made. I'm looking for a small cottage in a village in the Balkan Mountains, which of course is Bulgaria. I have seen 1 or 2, and whilst they're slightly outside my range, they are achievable. And on one of them, I'm actually considering putting a deposit on at the end of the month. And speaking to the seller does a scheme where you can pay it off over 2 or 3 years. The house, I'll try and link the video into it, or get his permission and include parts of the video or photographs. The house is in very good condition. The roof, which obviously is the major issue in Bulgaria, is in an excellent condition. And that village has mains electricity and mains water, which is quite unusual in some of these smaller villages. There's, I think, about half a hectare of land with it. There's several outhouses in various stages of self-destruction, and once I get near them, they'll be totally destructed, because you know me and DIY. But I will look at maintaining. The house itself has actually had a major replastering, and is in very good condition. And the only downside, if there is a downside, is that it's an outside levee. So when it gets to winter time and there's a bit of snow on the ground, which I'm hoping for because I love snow, and it might be a bit awkward to go outside. A lot of these are just pits, composting toilets, which is something, again, I was sort of looking for. I didn't want a proper indoor toilet, or, maybe a toilet that was linked to the house somehow. As with most Bulgarian houses, there's a summer house and a winter house. The summer house is downstairs and the winter house is upstairs. It's basically 3 rooms downstairs and 3 rooms upstairs. The plan is probably to link the 2 houses, or link the stairs, so that it becomes one house. Because I want to have a small workshop downstairs, a small workshop, or a larder, so that I can grow my own crops and fruit and that sort of thing. There is a number of trees on the property. I believe that there is 2 fig trees and a walnut tree, a lot of grapes, but they possibly need rebedding because there isn't an outside veranda. So folks, this ends my little tale for today. I think I'm going to try and continue doing these because obviously as time progresses and I'm aware more of what my plans are, I will know by the end of the month whether I've put a deposit on the house or not. So, you know, but it does mean that I will be looking to Lidl's for tools for the house, for the garden, you know, rotavator, that sort of thing, you know. I just want to grow enough just to keep myself. I believe there's 150 people living in the village, so it's probably about the same size as Tully, really. But yeah, so you know, this has been going through my head for a while. I have been considering moving away. I just feel very unsettled. The uncertainty of knowing what will happen in a year or two with the house, I can't really go into it at the moment. And so just follow along, folks, and hopefully you will enjoy these videos and you will join me on my trip. I do hope to fly out to Bulgaria either later this year or early next year, with a view of visiting the house if I put an offer on it, or alternatively looking at other properties. So just wait, just follow, and we'll go from there. So from a sunny Connemara, you know, hey look, if it was any warmer I'd have to be outside in me mankini. Yeah, I know, that's an image you lot don't need to know. Don't worry, I won't even be doing that in the Balkans. So, you know, just watch this space. Something is definitely going to happen within the next 2 or 3 years. You know, it's not a decision I can do straight away. I would love to be in a position to move this month, next month, or realistically move within this year. But, you know, I have to be realistic and realise that I'm going to have to save up. I'm going to have to go without, which means maybe I'm going to have to drop 1 or 2 of my hobbies for now. So anyway, I've waffled long enough. Enjoy, and we will speak to you hopefully again within the month, but possibly we'll try and do this once a week if people are interested in it. Let me know. Don't always comment down below, as all the old YouTubers say, you know, and just let other people know who may have taken a similar path in life. So thank you, and